John 3:3. Jesus answered and said, it was Nicodemus, a pastor, came to Jesus in the night. And he wasn't a small pastor, he was a senior pastor, a right reverend, a most reverend, a very, very reverend. And Jesus answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. My theme for this month is salvation, and the sub is you must be born again. If you are here, you must be born again. Jesus said you must be born again. I came here to tell you, you must be born again. Don't joke with it. You must be born again. Jesus, you must give him space in your life. Jesus, you must give him room in your heart. Jesus, you must accept him into your life. Jesus must be at the center of your life. You must give your life to Jesus. Until you do that, coming to church is just a waste of time. You must be born again. Because Jesus said you must be born again. So in case you decide that, as for me, Jesus has said I must be born again, but me, I don't want to be born again. If you are not born again, you are living in darkness. Anybody who is not born again, you are living in darkness. Wherever you are, whoever you are listening to me at this moment, if you are not born again, you have not accepted Jesus as Lord over your life. Jesus is not in the center of your life. Jesus is not the one sitting on your heart and ruling your life and directing you. You are the CEO of your own life. You don't give a dime whether Jesus is there or he's not there, whether he came or he did not come. It's not an issue to you. You are just roaming in this life because you have your certificates, you drive your cars, you eat good food, you go to restaurants, and you go to chop bars. You are okay with your life. Jesus is not an issue for you. What it means is that if you are not born again, what the first implication is that you are living in darkness. Even if there are 100 bulbs of light in your house, you are still living in darkness. Even if you are the one who produced electricity in kilowatts, you are still living in darkness. The darkness we talk about is not the natural darkness that you can see. It's a darkness that is in your heart. Therefore, they could not believe because that Isaiah has said again, verse 40. He that blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted. So anybody that is not born again, you are walking in darkness. Your heart is dark. Your mind is dark. No matter the degrees you have, your soul is entrapped in darkness. That's what it means. Anybody that is why it is dangerous for you when you say you are a child of God, you are born again, and you are following after somebody who is not born again. When you are not born again, you are not straight. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 5. The Bible said, when you are not born again, you are perverse, you are crooked. Crooked. Anybody that is not born, no matter how gentle they are, no matter how nice, he's a gentleman, oh, he knows how to treat people, it doesn't matter. The person is still not straight. He may look nice, very, oh, this man, oh, he's caring. Caring does not mean you are straight. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not in the spot of the children. They are perverse and crooked. Anybody you see that is not born again, that is the nature of the person. He's perverse, he's crooked, he's like this, like that. Like this, like that. Say it again. Like this, like that. Anybody that's not born again, that's how the nature of the person is. You keep following people that are not born again. Say, my best friend, he's my best friend. Anybody that has not accepted Christ, reject the church, take the church for granted, is walking, he doesn't care about the church. No matter how nice he is, generous, helping people, doing social, whatever, giving to poor people, orphanage, is still like this, like that. You are not born again, you are not straight. It's as simple as that. So when you see somebody who is not born again, you are dealing with somebody who is not straight. Anybody doing a business with somebody, no matter how nice, please be mindful of the fact that I'm dealing with somebody who is not straight. Number 3, when you are not born again, you are a child of the devil. You are a child of the devil. You are Satan's property. You may argue, I don't serve Satan, I don't do this, but you are still his property. You are still his child. There are only 2 people on this earth: children of God and children of Satan. It's as simple as that. Or whether you are a child of God or a child of Satan, you were created by God. But on this earth, you have chosen to be a child of the devil. There were some people that were born by their parents, but on this earth, their parents are not their parents. Another person has adopted them. And they call those people their parents. Their parents are irresponsible. They have run away. They have gone to Libya. Or they have gone somewhere with their girlfriend. They have just left the scene. They don't even know them. They don't have contact with them. They don't have their address. There's nothing. There's no relationship. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. So God created all of us. But on this earth, some people have chosen that they prefer Satan. And the people have chosen they prefer Satan are anybody who is not born again. Whether you officially made the choice, you tattoo yourself with a mark 666, or you went into the sea, you signed a covenant, you entered into lodge or whatever and sold your soul. Whether you did it officially or because you just didn't come to church, accepted Jesus, and you are moving your own unofficially, you are still a member in Satan's kingdom. So you are part of Satan. That's as simple as that. So you don't need to join a lodge or court or go into some shrine before you become a child of the devil. Once you have rejected Jesus as your Lord and Savior, once you are not following Jesus, once you have not accepted Jesus, you are a child of the devil. 1 John chapter 3 verse 10. 1 John chapter 3 verse 10. 1 John 3:10. If you are not born again, number 1, you are living in darkness. If you are not born again, number 2, your life is not straight. Like this, like that. Number 3, if you are not born again, you are a child of the devil. 1 John 3:10. You brought it. 1 John 3:10. In this, the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. 2 children. The children of God and the children of the devil. Whosoever does not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother. So may you not find yourself moving with a child of the devil and think that, oh, he's my best friend, he's a nice person, we all went to Adebi Commercial College. He's a child of the devil. John 8:44, Jesus said, you are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. So anybody who is not born again, you are a child of the devil. That's it. You could be a nice person, oh, gentle, but you are still a child of the devil. If you are not born again, God does not know you. He's the one who created you. You are on this earth, but he doesn't know you. As far as he's concerned, I don't know you. Because 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 19 says, the foundation of the Lord standeth sure. 2 Timothy 2:19. The foundation of the Lord. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his. God knows his own. So once you are not accepted him, you are not born again, you are not following his footsteps, you are not his own. You can even come to church 100 times in a day. You are not his own. He doesn't know you. That's why he said there are people who stand before him in judgment and he will lift up his voice and say, I know you not. away bus. People that he would tell, I know you not. So if you are not born again, Jesus does not know you. John chapter 10 verse 1 to 10, he said, I know my sheep, and my sheep too, they know me, and they know my voice. If you are not born again, Jesus does not know you. Number 3. Number 5, okay. If you are not born again, you are not useful to God. You are not useful to God. You could be useful to your country. You could be useful to your organization. You could be useful to Walmart. You could be useful to TD Banks. You could be useful to Scotia, something, Bank of Montreal. You could be useful to everybody. You could be useful to carpet sellers. You could be useful to restaurants. You could be useful to Chinese restaurants because you buy there. Hallelujah. You could be useful anywhere. But as far as Jesus is concerned, you are not useful. You be a nice person, they can vote on you, make you the prime minister. And the nation will say, oh, this man, since he came on the throne, he's helped us. He's built clinic for us. He's built cheap compound, boxing gym. He has expanded our roads. He has given us borehole. He has even given us free education. But Jesus, you are not useful to him. No matter what you have done for society, it does not register. Do you understand? Matthew 13:30. Let me show you a scripture. Matthew 13:30. As far as Jesus is concerned, anybody who is not born again, you are weed, mura. You are just useless. He said, let them both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, bind them in bundles and burn them. They are not useful. You, no matter how good you are, freedom fighter, liberator, you even have a statue, Liberator Square. You are the your statue is there. You are a lecturer, professor, vice chancellor. You teacher, you teach to the moon and back. Teach physics, chemistry. You are so important. You have received a lot of citations. National awards they have given to you. But as far as God is concerned, you are just useless. You are not useful to him. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Can you imagine that with all your success, that when they are reading your CV, people will stand and clap, clap, clap. But Jesus is saying that anybody who is not born again is not useful to me. You are just a non-entity. I don't care about your education. I don't care about your success. I don't care about your money. I don't care about whatever. They can even carry you and call you king or queen or majesty. I don't care. You are useless. May you not be a useless person before God. May you not be a useless person before God. That's God's assessment. So when Paul Saul was running around persecuting people, he was just useless before God. So in Acts chapter 9 verse 15, when God now arrested him, God said, now you are becoming a useful tool in my hand. It is from today that you are becoming useful. Acts chapter 9 verse 15. It is from today that you become useful. For all your life, the way you lived, you are just a useless being. But the Lord said unto him, go thy way, for you are now a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and before kings and the children of Israel. Yeah. When Onesimus got born again in the prison, Paul wrote to his master, Philemon chapter 1 verse 11. It depends on where you went to school. You can call it Philemon. Philemon. Which in time past was to thee unprofitable. He was in time past, he was unprofitable. But now that he is born again, he is profitable to thee and to me and to God also. When you you are not born again, you are not useful to God. Become whatever, achieve anything, get all the degrees. As far as God is concerned, He's dealing with something that He will burn, something that He will just gather like weed and burn in somewhere. Hey, may God have mercy on all of us. Number 6. If you are not born again, your name is not in Jesus' book of life. So, if you are not born again, your name is not in the book of life. Jesus has a book. It's called the book of life. In other places, it's called the Lamb's book of life. That's the book He has. When you read Revelation chapter 20, verses 12 to 15, verse 12 says, and I saw in heaven, and I saw this and that, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. Then verse 15 says, those whose names were not in the book of life were cast into the lake of fire. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. There is a book in heaven that those who are born again, they write their name there. If you are here, you are not born again. If you are around, wherever you are listening to me, you are not born again, your name is not in that book. Your name can be in the books of cabinet ministers. Yeah, parliamentarians of the area, your name can be inside. All assemblymen from north to south, your name can be in. Your name can be in several things, several books, several school registers, but it can never be in the book of life, the most important book after you have left this world. Your name it can only enter there when you have allowed Jesus to be Lord over your life and you are living your life for Him, to please Him. Otherwise, your name, even if when you have allowed Him to be Lord of your life, if you don't live your life to please Him, according to Revelation chapter 3 verse 5, He said, I will blot your name out of the book. I will take it out and throw it away. So you are not born again. Your name cannot be in the book. If you die today, no matter who says, I saw her in heaven, I saw him in heaven, it's a lie. How can they say in heaven? Your name must be in this book first. So don't just deceive yourself and excite yourself. If you are not born again, your name cannot be in this book. No amount of your RIP, we wish him this, that can change anything. The best thing you can do for somebody is to witness, to say something, to invite the person to church. At least even if you couldn't written, just invite the person. The person may hear something in his ear. We are sitting there, we don't care. Even your own life, you don't care how it went. Hey, God, you have mercy. If you die, and you were not born again, God does not take pleasure. God feels bad. God feels bad. If a person is not born again, you are going straight to hell. That's it. No curve, no bend. If you are not born again, you are going straight to hell. When we say it like this, people say they are judging us. Nobody is judging you. That is the standard of God. If you didn't accept Jesus, Hebrews chapter 2 verse 3, how can we escape? If we neglect such a great salvation, there is no way of escape. Hebrews 2:3. There is no way of escape. You are straight. The day you die, you will see that suddenly your soul has come up and you are being escorted straight into hellfire. There is no amount of AJ. None of this can save you. You have just prepared yourself for hell. That's what it means. You are going straight to hell. If you are not born again, you are going straight to hell. That's why John 3, the Bible says, how shall we escape if we neglect such a great salvation? John chapter 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish. What it means, should not go to hell, should not end up in hellfire. That's why Jesus came. Pastors, we have changed it. We have changed John 3:16. We have changed it. God forgive us, pastors and church members, so you like our version. That's why you are following us. We are giving you our new version, when God has given us his own version. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in should not perish. We have changed it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, and whosoever believes in him will wear designer wear, marry, go to Dubai for a way straight to hell. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you cry or not, you are going. It's as simple as that. And we better sit up and be careful with our lives. Amen. Amen, the ladies. Amen, the men. If you don't believe in Jesus, you don't accept Jesus, straight to hell. I close. Number 10. If you don't get born again, if you are not born again, the 10th thing, you are not born again, you know it. Anybody is not born again. Don't say, answer me, I don't know. You know. As you are sitting here and I'm preaching, if you are not born again, wherever you are, whether you are watching me or whatever, as I'm preaching now, if you are not born again, you know. In your heart, you know that you are not born again. You know you are not straight. You know you are pretending. You know you are not all right. You know everything is not correct. If you are not born again, if Jesus is not the Lord of your life, you know it. You know. You are pretending. As for me, how can I know? You know. I'm telling you, you know. Oh, Apostle Paul, when he got converted, he said, of all sinners, I was the chief. Because at the time, he knew he was doing bad things. He knew the things he was doing. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 15. He knew that he wasn't correct. He knew. The thief on the cross, when he turned to Jesus, and when he turned to his fellow thief, he said, we know our fate. We know we are bad. We know we are thieves. We know we are like this. But this man is correct. And he turned and said, Jesus, have mercy on me. When you are not born again, you know it. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. For the Spirit himself beareth witness with our spirit. There's a testimony going on. There's something. You are not born again. You are pretending. As for me, I don't know. Don't judge me. You see, it is only God who knows. When somebody died, let's leave it in the hands of. When you are talking, you know. Even you who is defending somebody, you know you are not born again. You know you are not living right. You are afraid and you are pretending to argue. Continue to argue. One day your argument will land you in hellfire. If you are not born again, you know. If you are in the church, you have been in the church for 30 years and you are not born again, you know you are not born again. You know. Sometimes because your parents come, you are also coming. But in your heart, you know you have not accepted Jesus. There's no Jesus in your life. This morning or this afternoon, the opportunity is presented to you. You can set your heart and say, Lord, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me.